If you're like most of the guys I work with, you've probably got a successful business or even a successful career. You're probably making good money. You probably have, a nice home, a family. You probably drive a good car, go on decent holidays every year, that kind of thing. In fact, looking in from the outside, your life probably looks bloody good, all right? And yet, a lot of the guys I work with tell me this, is that it feels like something may be missing. There's a part of that picture that doesn't feel right, or something's not quite there. It's like life has been designed for me, but not by me. And I've gone and achieved and ticked all the boxes, done everything I was supposed to do. Now what? What about me? And it can take the form of, needing or wanting to make more money. It might be, I want more time off. I want to have more fun. That's a big one. I'm not enjoying life anymore, and I just want to have fun again. Might have more impact, maybe more legacy. Be fitter, healthier, happier, more time with your wife, more time with your kids, or better quality time with those people that are close to you. And really, looking after yourself better and doing the stuff that makes you happy. Now, most of us start asking these questions of ourselves after we achieve a certain level of success, not before. Because it's in our 20s and 30s, it seems we can mostly go out and apply ourselves very, very strongly to a task at hand and sacrifice a lot to get there. And it's only after a certain point we stop and go, okay, what about me? So the sad reality that we have to first acknowledge is that most of this stuff can't come about for you. You can't even address this question if you're working 70 hours a week or 60 hours a week or whatever and don't have the energy, the time or the emotional bandwidth to address it. That's something we need to acknowledge up front. That's the first question to address, is where do I create the space to start considering these things? But if that's the case and you have considered and you are ready to go on and think about what you want out of life, I want you to know you're not alone. Most of the guys, like I said, I know, they've ticked all the boxes in life and they're still saying, okay, I still want something more. I want life that means something, work that has me jumping out of bed in the morning, some depth, meaning, some more money would be good, a lot more time off, time to do what I want to do, time to explore, and some fun, all right? So what most guys do at this point is they go get a business book or a new business coach or a business strategy or some kind of plan that comes from somewhere. And to their credit, they go in and start implementing the plan. And that's certainly what you should be doing, in my opinion. Which is great, because as blokes, we like to know, sequentially, where do we go next? And we go out and stay busy on the path. And that's the first and best thing to do. After that point, though, where we get into that plan, what most people experience is what I call either a sticking point or a upper limit problem. So in other words, you start getting to the limit of what you're comfortable accepting in terms of happiness, health, abundance, success, money, whatever your measure is. And on some level, you start sabotaging that. And that can feel like being stuck, not working. It's like, I know what to do, but for whatever reason, it just ain't flowing. So good news is, once you're aware of that problem, you can do something with it. What most people from that point do is go and do stuff like, affirmations and motivation and willpower. And, I'll go and write this on the fridge every day and I'll read it to myself 20 times and hopefully something will stick in my brain. Which is fine. We've all done that, and I've done loads of that stuff, except what I find is it doesn't tend to work very well beyond a certain point, again, because we're using the conscious brain, which really only represents about 5% of your brain, or the brain activity at least. Which, your conscious brain is kind of where the problem came from in the first place, and it's a bit like trying to reprogram a computer, in other words, your brain, trying to reprogram that computer using a Word document, for example, right? Willpower is a tough way to do it. So I suggest using what I've discovered to be far more effective, which is a method to access the 95% or so of your brain, which is the subconscious, which is where all your programming comes from, all your core beliefs, all really where your life runs from. It's what's creating your life is your subconscious brain. It's like the hard drive of your computer. And if we can reprogram that, you tend to get a computer that operates differently. The good news is you don't have to be a Zen monk to get there. Most of us, in fact, have had the experience at some point in life of feeling that our subconscious mind was in alignment with our conscious intentions. And that feels good. It feels like flow, stuff works, it happens almost without effort for us. And it's almost like we're creating our reality as we go. And many of us, that's how we got started in business in the first place. We had that experience, and it got us encouraged, and we hit a point where it stops working for us. And the opportunity then at that point, which is possibly where you may be sitting now if you're watching this video, is finding a way to have access to that sense of flow all the time. Because if you have access to that sense of flow, if you could create new belief patterns at will in your just a few minutes and install them into your subconscious, if you could uncover what limiting belief patterns you do have in your subconscious and replace them with ones that are more useful to you or more desirable to you, more in alignment with your intentions, imagine what would happen in life. Imagine if you could take all the positive affirmations you've ever said to yourself and imprint them on your subconscious brain, into your neurology, so that they became hardwired. What would happen in your life? So I use a variety of coaching techniques with clients. The most notable and probably the most recent one I've acquired and am getting amazing results with is called Psyche. I'll put notes on this page about that, and you can look it up on the internet and find out all about it. But in effect, it's a key to rewriting in just a few minutes your subconscious programming of your brain. So it's the quickest and most powerful access point to your subconscious I've yet to discover, and probably ever will discover, in my opinion. So it comes in the form of a powerful 90-minute session. It doesn't require therapy or beating of pillows or you having to dig up the painful past. It's really just get in there, we do the work, do what we call a balance, and change those beliefs pretty painlessly we can even do it on Skype. So this is the quickest way I can tell you to access your subconscious and put what you're learning in your business coaching program, what you're learning from the business books and all the strategies. If you want those things to really stick and happen for you, this is the quickest way to make it happen. Have your subconscious aligned with those things you're consciously trying to achieve and do. So what results can you expect? Now, of course, that's going to vary. But what I guarantee is, well, actually, before I go to that, the feedback I get is this. It's that guys go through this process. They say it's like going through my upper limits. It's like busting the upper limit without any sense of effort. It's like the obstacles have gone and things start to flow, almost like dominoes start to go in your life. You know, this happens, the money starts to flow again, the right people, opportunities, and a check will turn up, or money gets transferred when you need it. The universe helps, is the best way to put it. The universe starts helping you on your journey. And the stars start to align, you start to have a bit of fun, you feel like you're in flow again, you feel like you're on the right path. And that's what I think we are looking for. And this can be in business or in life, and it's generally, for most of the guys I work with, a combination of all those things. It's not just business, it crosses over into life and health and relationships and all those things as well. So, look, a 90-minute session, I guarantee a result. I guarantee that within 2 weeks you'll see a profound result. The only caveat on that is you need to bring a big agenda. So bring a big agenda for what you want. The bigger the better. I don't mind, get as big and as specific as you want for what you would like in terms of breakthrough. And if you can bring that and you're willing to play, I will promise you will see a profound shift. And if you don't see a profound shift in your own terms in the first 2 weeks after our session, I'll give you your money back, no questions asked, because it's important to me. I only work with people it works for. So far I've got a 100% success rate, but I'm happy to be wrong on that, and I want it to work for you. So if you'd like to experience this for yourself, this sense of flow and in the groove, and if part of you has been feeling stuck or hitting your upper limits or repeating those sabotage patterns or repeating that sense of frustration, then I invite you to do a session together. You can book here on this page. If you'd like the results of what happens to you from there, we can of course talk about working together more regularly. Most of the guys I work with do one session, then we get on together and do some regular work consistently. But you can make your mind up from there. So if this is resonating, book a session. I'd love to meet you, love to give some great work together. And I'm more than anything love to see what happens for you in the next 2 weeks after we do some work together. Look forward to hearing about it.